Hey everyone, myself Diksha from Biotechnica, and today we shall be discussing about a really important topic that is for those people who have been to abroad recently and who have gained a research experience and then returned back to India, or the people who are having like a research experience from abroad and they're thinking of returning back to India and looking for any job prospect in India. This video is really important for you guys, and this video we shall be discussing about 8 main points that are necessary for you to develop a career prospect in India if you had a recent abroad research exposure. And this video I will be discussing about the insights of those key points, where I shall be telling you the insights about the like how to develop a better career prospect in the relevant field. And if you had like supplementally, if you have a research experience especially abroad, then it is a really good chance for you to gain a knowledge and to better your career prospect if you want to become a researcher, or if you want to continue in the field of research. This video is really going to helpful for you. So here we shall be discussing about some points, and then we shall start with the first point, and that is the first point is clear articulation. So when we talk about research experience and sort of like experience that you have in abroad, you should have a clear articulation, because you have having a very nice experience which most of the people didn't get, and the most of the people usually they don't reach to that point. So you have you're having a perk because you have a recent research experience from abroad. So you should have a clear articulation about that. That means that you can always add the skills and knowledge to your resume that you had a recent exposure to the research experience, especially in abroad, and then you can emphasize the unique opportunities and challenges that you have faced during your curriculum, during the research experience that you have had, and how did you troubleshoot them. So it's very important for you to articulate those facts, to articulate those important points that you face, that is relevant for your degree, that is relevant for your job prospect. So it's always important for you to articulate clearly and precisely. The next point that is important is networking. Again, you are having a research experience from abroad, which is actually a dream of many of the students and the people who are working in the field of research or who want to work in the field of research. So you are having an add-on. So you should always network with the fellow researcher where you worked abroad, the professionals with whom you interacted during your research experience, your seniors and the mentor and the PI under whom you were working, because you need a valuable recommendation from them. So you will always be helped by them, because the valuable recommendation that they will give to you will always help you in the progression of your career. So it's always important for you to respect them and to be in contact with them, to maintain a healthy relationship with them, because it's not only about the valuable recommendation that you are getting, it's also about the team play that you have had during your abroad research experience. And those people will always help you in every sphere of your life, especially if you are working in the field of research and you want to have a combined research paper or a combined research experience with them. They will always help you. So this networking, especially in the field of research, is very much important. Next point that you have to do is team play. Now, you have recently worked abroad in a research project, or you have had a research experience, so you know how to adjust to new environment and culture, because you have been to abroad, you have came back to India, and then you are having this tendency because you have been to two different atmosphere, and now since you are back here, you have a flexibility in your mind, because you can work either in abroad or in India. So it's important for you to emphasize the fact that you have that adjusted to the new environment and culture. And that's why, since you have worked for so long abroad with a lot of people coming from different parts of the world, you have the ability to comprehend in a team. So you are a team player, but actually also you are having a team play, and subsequently you are having skills of independent work also. So you should be emphasizing in such a way that you are a team player. You have the tendency to adjust into the new environment that has been clearly depicted by the decision you took by shifting back to India, and then you're having an ability to comprehend in a team, because you have worked in a research project or a research environment where there were people from different parts of the world, and then simultaneously you're having a skill of independent work also, because this is important for you to tell them that even if you work in a team play, you have a skill of independent work and troubleshoot the work, decision making and problem solving ability, because these key points are important for you to get a job, especially in any research sector. So it's important for you to emphasize these points and highlight these points. Now, highlighting yourself. Now, the fourth thing that you can do for like advancing your career prospect is highlighting yourself. That means that you can add your language skills. Suppose you went to Germany and you have had a like a language skill. You have learned German. You have had like exposure to many of the language skills. So you are always like open to that. You're always open to the language skills that you have learned, because it is always like valuable in a global job market, because the skills that you are learning related to the language, related to the speaking ability, that will always be respected, and it's always valuable in the field of global job market. So you should always highlight your language skills if you have learned any, or you can always highlight that you have ability to think critically, because you are having a research experience. It means that you have had a work that is independent, that you have worked with people even, and that means that you have done some scientific work that requires a lot of critical apprehension as well as problem solving. So you are having ability to think critically. That means that this kind of nature, the ability to think critically, is very much sought in the industrial firms. It is very much demanding in the industrial firm. So it's always important for you to be able to think critically, because these are the nature that will always help you in building a good resume in building a good part of yourself, so that you can always go and apply to the universities or the research projects or the industrial places also. You can easily go and do. Then the next point is solve complex issues. Since you are working, you have worked somewhere where you have gained a lot of research experience, you are having the ability to even solve complex issues. So this solving of complex issues is very much important. So you should always have this tendency of you are having a tendency of solving complex issues, especially related to the experiments that you have done, the ability of you to troubleshoot it. So these kind of nature you should always highlight in the resume or the CV that is mentioned. Now the next thing that is important is professional organization as well as societies. So that means that you have to be in a close networking with the professional organization and societies, where you can always showcase, you can always speak with the research experience that you have had. So it will provide you with a valuable networking opportunities for the people who are working in the relevant field where you had a research experience in India or abroad, and also it will keep you up to date on the latest development in your field. So it's always important for you to always get up to date with the research experience, and for that you can always go for any joining any professional organization or any society where you are having those opportunities to talk with the people from different parts of the world and to gain knowledge regarding each advancement that is happening in the field of scientific world. So you can always have an insight of gaining a professional knowledge regarding a professional organization or joining any society which can help you to build a research experience or a good knowledge regarding the research that what you're doing. So the next point is that you can go for internships or job opportunities, because you have been to a place where you have learned a lot of research experience. So your ultimate aim is to gain an insight about the job prospects that are available, and you can always aid yourself in getting those job prospects by enhancing your skills, by enhancing your experience, by enhancing your knowledge, which can be done by internships or job opportunities. You can go for any existing job opportunities or the internship that are available. So you can always go for them. You can go for international companies or organization, even if it is something like computational work also, if you want to do, if it is work from home, you're always encouraged to apply there, because these things will always you will always be benefited from these things. These things will always help you to get a better career prospect, because you are having an international exposure and you are continuously trying to nourish yourself with that exposure. You're continuously in demand because you are having internships or job opportunities from international firms also. So a broad research experience will always be an added advantage for you. So you can always go for international companies or organization, and they will be also willing to take you. So the next point that we have discussed, is internship or job opportunities. The next point that is important is participate in conferences. See, now because you're having experience, you're having some knowledge about it, why not you talk to the professionals, talk to the people who are working in the field, present your research skills, so that they can also understand, they can also know what you have worked, what you have worked for so long. And since you are working you're working this much, you have worked this much, you should always present those skills, present those research experience with well confidence, and that is important for you to gain a value in the field of research sector. And also they should recognize you based on your research work. They should recognize you based on the science that you speak, the science that you have done. So for that, you can always participate in conferences, seminar and symposium. You can always write articles also. If you prefer writing articles related to the research articles, you can always do that, and you can always present your research work at the international national conferences where you will be gaining recognition, because it will tell them that you are expertise in the relevant work that you have done, and also it will help you in establishing your professional reputation. So always if you get an opportunity to present your work, never try to deny that opportunity. Always participate in the conferences, symposium or workshops or even talks where you are getting an opportunity to speak about your research work so that they can value it. Now you can always go for getting a higher or professional degree, because if you are having a bachelor's, you went for a research experience, for a thesis. If you're having a master's degree, you went for a master dissertation, you went for an internship, you went for a small 2-3 month of summer training, and then you want to get back to India and you want to go for any job position. It's better for you to get for a higher degree and then come back India for getting a job position. You can either apply to abroad for masters and research program. They have a very good combination of masters and research program, so you can go work in a lab also and get your master's research degree. You can also go for a professional degree such as a PhD degree, where you will be getting 4 years of relevant experience in the in the research work that allows you, and it will always help you, because a doctorate degree is always advantageous. It will always boost your career, especially in the field of research, even if you go for government sector or you go for a private firm. So it is always good for you to get a higher degree, and then you can go for a stable job prospect. So get a higher degree or a professional degree. You can get for any diploma also. If you have master's degree, you can go get a diploma. You get a professional degree, you can get an executive degree. These degrees are always encouraged, and these degree will always help you in getting a better salary prospect, a better position in the government as well as private firm. So get a higher professional degree, and for that you can always go for an advanced master program or a doctoral degree. You want to go for abroad, always do that. And if you want to come back to India and do that degree, it's also okay. And then, because since you are having a recent abroad research experience, it's better for you to go for any other degree also in abroad, because it will help you in building a connection, establishing a connection between your degrees, and then you can come back to India and utilize those experience that you gained during the degree program in the job prospect that you're searching in India. Then you should always be proactive and open to new opportunities. You should not deny any opportunities because you feel you have an experience, and that's why you're not open to that opportunity because that opportunity is not relevant to your research work. No, never do that. Always be proactive, always be open-minded to search for the opportunities, the newer opportunities that you get, because most of the people are not even getting those opportunities. So it's important for you to get opportunities, because you don't know when it can lead for you to an unexpected career path which you never expected. So these things are only optionable. These things are only available. These things are only there when you are opening yourself to get insight of any career opportunity that you are getting, and you are not being specific to the career opportunities, because this specificity might lead you with the constrictions of the job paths. So it's always good for you to be proactive and open to new opportunities, a newer role, and even if you feel you're not comfortable, extend that comfort zone and try to accept the newer job opportunities, because it will always enhance your dimension, expand your dimension, and help you in getting a good job. So it can lead to it can lead to an unexpected career path, and also it will help you in demonstrating your skills and abilities to the potential employers, because you have the flexibility to work for newer opportunities. You have the flexibility to switch from one domain to another, and that means that you have the flexibility to work in a diverse, or even in a very research environment, which is kind of very diverse, you can say, or a research environment that is very much expandable. So this expandable and research diverse research environment, you will be only able to work when you are flexible with the research domain. So you should be always flexible with the newer opportunities. Let's say if you're working in the field of neurosciences, you should be open to computational biology. You should open to any a position that is you should open to the positions that are new, that are merging neurology and cancer. You should be open open to those opportunities, because you are expanding your comfort zone, you are expanding your research experience. That itself means that you are grabbing multiple options in different domains of science, and that will always help you, because the potential employers will always think that you are flexible enough to take the task and do it on time and perform task, especially the diverse task, on time as well as with good credibility. So it's important for you to be always open to newer opportunities and always eager to take newer opportunities and newer job roles. So these were about the 8 points that I've highlighted that is important for you to utilize your abroad research experience. So the clear articulation is necessary, networking is necessary, team plays that you have done. It's always important for you to showcase the team play and always be in a team play, because research always comes with a team play. You have to work with a team, and then only will get a recognition. Then you have to always highlight yourself. You should be always be in collaboration with professional organizations, societies. You should always prefer internships and job opportunities. You should always participate in conferences and present your research work, and you should always opt for getting a higher or professional degree so that it can enhance your job perspective. So these were, guys, about the top 8 strategies or the top 8 tips which you can utilize after you have come from abroad. These are the tips that you can that can help you to utilize your broad research experience so that you can have a better career prospect in India. So if you want to get a job in India, if you want a better career prospect in India, if you want to work in India, so always think about these points. Always perform the best science that you have done. Always perform the science, always speak science, and always try to work in a manner that the recognition is not only yours, it should be the work that you do, the research work that you do, that is actively contributing to the research society or the scientific society. So it's always important for you to be passionate about the work, and that is the only key where you can always get stable in any job prospect that you want. So here I discussed about 8 points, and I shall be mentioning more points also if you want. So if you have any doubt, anything, please mention in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching this video.